Hello and welcome to our show. This episode we will be answering the question of whether the existence of other religions disproves Christianity. One of the most prominent issues preventing people from believing in Christianity in our modern society is this question. In order to make a judgment on this issue, one must first consider the different perspectives from other religions. We will briefly outline the religious perspective of Buddhism and Islam, while comparing them to Christianity. In doing this we will also investigate the perception that the existence of other religions does not disprove God, as all religions are different interpretations of one God. Now, let us first look at Buddhism. Unlike Christianity, Buddhism does not involve the worshipping of a creator god. Buddhist principles are based on ideas that nothing is fixed or permanent. Actions have consequences and it is possible for people to change themselves. In Buddhism, Buddhists achieve qualities of awareness, kindness and wisdom, through meditation, rather than through God. The Buddhist religion revolves around trying to achieve enlightenment and unfolding one's true potential. This is based on the spiritual practices found by Siddhartha Gautama, also known as the Buddha, who was the first human to achieve enlightenment. As a comparison, we now look at the religion of Islam. The believers of Islam are known as Muslims. Similarly to Christianity, Islam is a religion that believes that there is only one God. It originates from the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. Another similarity to Christianity is that it originates from the Middle East. Furthermore, Muslims do not disbelieve in Jesus and Moses, but rather consider the teachings of Muhammad to rule above all other religious principles. Muslims believe that at the age of 40, Muhammad received revelation, through Gabriel. When, upon hearing the divine revelation in a cave, he distributed the message of God to everyone. Similarly to Christianity, Islam has all its basic religious. However, their book is known as the Quran, rather than the Bible. In Islam, this book is regarded to be the eternal word of Allah. Hence this evidence highlights that whilst there is some similarities amongst religions, there is some fundamental differences, which highlight that the hypothesis, that all religions are just different interpretations of the same God, is false. This is most prominently shown through the fact that Buddhists do not believe in a God at all. And whilst Islam does not discredit Jesus, it does not believe he is God in the flesh, despite the fact that this notion is the crux of Christianity. Therefore it is reasonable to suggest that religions do not all point to one God. Thus one must decide for oneself which religion is more credible than the other. Now let's investigate the Islamic perspective on why their religion is the right one. According to Muslims, Islam is the true religion, because only in Islam did God tell man to follow Islam, and that Islam is the correct religion. The perspective conveys that in Christianity neither Moses nor Jesus nor any other prophet told their followers that their religion is Islam. Thus followers of these religions have just misinterpreted the words of these prophets when they refer to following God, as they were actually referring to Allah. The Muslim perspective expresses that people such as Jesus and Gautama were actually prophets of Islam and that they never told others to worship them, rather they were just communicating the values of Islam to others. Moreover, the perspective highlights that, throughout other religions the same Islamic principles such as rules against stealing, murder, adultery etc., exist, thus substantiating the notion that other religions aren't just misconceptions of Islam as they inadvertently worship Islamic prophets or Islamic creation rather than Islam itself. The Christian perspective. Conversely, Christians believe that due to the fact that only in Christianity the creator of the universe is seen on earth. Christians believe that because of Jesus and the historical evidence of his miracles, death and resurrection, Christianity is more credible than other religions. Moreover, Christians believe that due to the historical accuracy of the Bible and the eyewitness accounts, Christianity has historical evidence that other religions cannot match. Moreover, Dr. William Lane Craig, a Christian theologian, further emphasizes the notion that the reason that Christianity is more credible than other religions is due to the historical evidence of Jesus Christ. He highlights that there are three historical facts concerning the death and resurrection of Jesus. The tomb was empty after Jesus' crucifixion. There are separate eyewitness accounts of people seeing Jesus alive after his death. The disciples came to believe in the resurrection of Jesus despite having every predisposition to the contrary. Hence, it appears that there is compounding historical evidence for not only their existence of Christ, but also his death and resurrection. To investigate further, we will now look at the Buddhism perspective of this topic. Buddhism allows people to believe in Christianity, except for the fact that it does not believe in the existence of God. According to some Buddhists, whilst the Bible may be considered as historical proof for Christianity, there is no evidence that it contains God's word or is more credible than any other religious texts considered as historical proof. For Christianity, there is no evidence that it contains God's word or is more credible than any other religious texts of the existence of a God. Moreover, Buddhists believe that there is a lack of concrete evidence to support the miracles of Christ, and hence the resurrection of Christ does not prove its existence. Finally, Buddhists believe that their argument of design did not trigger the existence of natural phenomena, and thus this argument, the argument that the universe could not exist without God, is false. Hence Buddhists believe that there is no sufficient evidence for the existence of God. In conclusion, the evidence shows that across all three religions of Buddhism, Islam and Christianity, there is compelling explanations for why their religions are the correct ones, and why other religions are false. However, Christianity has historical evidence and sources that both the other religions do not, and it for this reason that Christianity appears the most credible religion. Moreover, the other religions have theoretical explanations as to why Christianity is not correct, however they have no evidence to back this up. Other religions do have a historical component, but only in a relative sense. Hence it is reasonable to deduce that the existence of other religions does not disprove God, but neither does it prove God, as other religions are based almost completely on faith which we have no way of telling is correct or not.